Hello, this is Steve with Apogee Hardwood Cleaning. I'm here to do another blog. So today we're going to be going over maintaining refinished hardwood floors, a comprehensive guide to do's and don'ts for lasting beauty. So we're going to go through a few do's and a few don'ts of how to take care of your hardwood floor. So the first do we're going to cover is regular dusting. You want to dust and vacuum your floor on a regular basis. The National Wood Floor Association recommends dusting on a daily basis and vacuuming on a weekly basis. However you set up your schedule, you do want to do it on a fairly regular basis. You want to get the dirt and dust off the floor because those things can start scratching up your floor. Even if you're wearing socks or something, having that debris on the floor can scratch it. So you want to get that stuff off there. The second thing on our list is gentle cleaning products. You want to have a cleaning product that is neutral pH and doesn't have residuals in it. Alright, so neutral pH is, most of your cleaning products are going to be alkaline, so that they can wear out the finish, the polyurethane finish on your floor over time. So you want to make sure it's neutral when you're done cleaning. And that is something we do on all of our jobs. We make sure the floor is neutralized before we walk away. And this is the product we use, the Zap Neutral pH Floor Cleaner. That is something you can find. I know you can find it at Home Depot and Lowe's. You can also get it on Amazon. I'm sure there's probably other locations. It's a fairly common product. It is a concentrate. So this 1 gallon, which right now runs about $30 a gallon. But that will last you in a home. That will last you a long time because it is a concentrate that you mix with water, so it will go a long ways. So that is and the residuals. Residuals, you want to make sure that your product doesn't contain residuals. Especially a lot of the products that market the quick shine or shiny floors, a lot of that stuff has a residual in it. A lot of acrylic waxes. Some of them even have urethane in them. There's a whole number of different ingredients that could be part of that residual that gets left behind on the floor. That residual builds up over time and collects dirt in it because it's not hard like the polyurethane. It's a softer residual that's left on the floor that can collect dirt and dust over time. And in time, it's going to make that floor look dark and dingy. It's going to actually start out being cloudy. That's usually the first sign you see where you have an aging residual on the floor, is the floor will turn to a cloudy type of thing. So, and then over time it will get even darker and more dingy, and the floor will almost permanently look dirty. Even though it is not permanent, if you have used those in the past, the way we get those off there is what we call a wax removal process. Even though a lot of it's not wax anymore, it's other types of residuals, but we still call it wax removal. That is a service we do provide to get your floors back to being a truly clean state. So our next do is promptly clean up spills. Anything you spill on the wood floor, the polyurethane's there to protect the wood itself from those things, but you still want to get that cleaned up as quickly as possible. And then the best idea is come through and wipe it up with your neutralizer, with that neutral pH cleaner you've got. Because depending on what you spilled on the floor, it could be like something like orange juice, which is acidic. So that could eat into your polyurethane on your floor. So you want to neutralize that. And there's a whole number of things that you could spill on the floor that could impact the polyurethane over time. One spill, a short period of time, is not going to make a difference, but if you allow any residuals from the orange juice or whatever to stay on that floor over a long period of time, it could impact the floor over time. So you do want to clean that up as quickly as possible. Another big one is putting felt pads on your furniture legs. Furniture being dragged across the floor is one of the biggest things that causes deep scratches in the floor. Deep scratches is something that's going to end up leading to have to sand the floor down and refinish it. Minor scratches is easy to take care of, but deep ones typically require resanding the floor, which is a major task that you want to try to avoid. Area rugs and mats, using these especially in strategic locations, can help prevent or slow down the wear of your floors, and putting them in front of places like sinks and others will help keep any water damage from happening to the floor. So that's the other thing about spilling things on the floor. The polyurethane is there to protect the floor, but the water and wood don't really mix because the water can cause the wood to expand or even damage the wood. So you want to try to keep water and stuff off the floor as much as possible, which actually is under my don'ts coming up here. So the don'ts list here, the first thing we have on it is harsh cleaning agents. Most of your cleaning agents are alkaline and can cause wear of your polyurethane over time. So that's why you want to make sure you're using a neutral cleaner like I showed you. You don't want to be using any wax-based products. You don't want to be polishing your floors. Those are all older types of things that used to be done on wood floors. Most of today's floors are polyurethane covered, and the polyurethane just needs to be cleaned. You do not need to polish it. You don't need to put any type of product on it to make it shine. If it's kept clean, it will be shiny to whatever level of shine the polyurethane was designed to have. You don't want to have excess water on the floor. Again, water can lead to damaging, discoloring the wood. It can cause warping and swelling of the wood. So you want to avoid water on the floor and try to get cleaned up as quickly as possible. High heels and sharp objects. Polyurethane is hard, but it can still be damaged. It can still be dented. So you want to be careful about what you use on the floor. If you're wearing high heels, be really careful. Preferably don't wear high heels on a hardwood floor. But if you do, just be very gentle and careful with the floor and walking on it. Any other type of sharp object can cause issues with the floor. The nails of dogs and pets can cause issues on the floor, so you want to be careful with those. Steam cleaners. Do not use a steam cleaner on a hardwood floor. First of all, like we said, water and wood don't go well together, and heat and the polyurethane don't go together. And if you put those together, steam, hot water onto the polyurethane, you could potentially damage that polyurethane or even cause it to peel off of the wood, and then your wood will be exposed to the water and the steam. So those are the things you don't want happening. So you do not use steam cleaners on hardwood floors. And then ignoring humidity levels. Humidity obviously is water in the air, so you want to maintain control over the humidity of your floor, of the room, because that will be the humidity of the floor. And the reason for that is the humidity level will impact the expansion, contraction of your wood floor. Wood floors are built so that it has some room in it to expand and contract naturally. But you don't want drastic changes, because what that does can cause gaps and warping. Well, the first issue is gaps in between the boards if it expands and contracts too rapidly. Also, you can have some issues with boards warping and some other issues with the wood. So you don't want to have those issues with the floor, and one of the ways to avoid that is to control the humidity level in the home. Alright, so that is the do's and don'ts for this blog. Hopefully these were helpful for you, and if you need any help with your hardwood floors, give us a call at Apogee Hardwood Cleaning. Thank you. Have a great day.